And good morning.
Good morning, sis.
Morning, Barbara.
You're not coming on.
Yep, you gotta go out and come back in sometime.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we got hi Shadowrunner, Stacy, Ashley, Kim.
Everybody hit those thumbs up.
Yeah, sorry guys. The body said I had to crash for a little longer than usual. Running behind this minute.
Like Daddy says, we're never early, we're never behind, we're just on time. Good morning, Stacy, Northern, and everyone else. This I used to crochet with your crocheting, and I used to put them on blouses and stuff like that, or photo, photo books and stuff that I had embroidered and stuff made. Well, it was better when I got my embroidery machine, though. Much easier.
Hi Kim.
Hey there, everybody.
How's everybody up today? All right.
Oh, somebody has an echo. Hey, how you doing there, Pam?
Hi, Linda.
Morning, Barbara. Morning, everyone.
Linda. Right, Linda? I get you and the other one mixed up. There's Linda. And then Palm. I like your little kitty cat. Oh, I love the little, I would call that a pigtail hat. Is that something like?
Oh, it's like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah, it's a Cabbage Patch hat. It's an order I got to mail out today.
That is too cute. Hold on, I'm making you do.
They ordered this color, so.
That's a bright color.
Yep.
That's a great
That's what
idea
they
for
ordered.
child for costumes or Halloween, just really silly and stuff.
I've made so many of these.
Oh, they're too cute.
This is an adult size large.
Well, I had to, after I was making a few of the layette sets, they're going out at 3 months. Babies are a lot bigger than they used to be. Good morning, Wolf. I had to enlarge it 3 times for newborns. 3 months wouldn't even fit a newborn, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to redo this. So I put them off aside and sold them as baby doll clothes.
Yeah, newborns are, with all the hats I've made, I have a size chart on mine, and it really goes according to the head size because all newborns they weigh differently, and
That's right.
head sizes are different. So like a quote newborn size is just, you can't just say it's newborn because, some of them are born 2 pounds less than others.
Yeah, you have to watch. Yeah. But I was somebody
4
a
pounds more than
3-month-old. And it was still too small for a newborn.
Yeah.
Now, I have donated some for preemies. Even a few of the preemies were too big for the newborn.
Right. Yeah, it's a tricky thing.
So I sold it when we had a craft show with the senior citizens. Man, those ladies was making porcelain dolls. They were buying them right and left. Then I donated some. I just wanted it out of here. Had like 30 or 35 of them.
Yeah, I've donated hats before for, different cancer refund or cancer fundraiser and different fundraisers for different events. The thing with baby hats is, not every little kid's going to want to put a hat on their head.
No, they don't. Unless
they
it's
pull it right off.
Yeah.
Kind of tricky.
Remake, where'd you mess up? Hey, Rosie.
Okay, Shadow. Good morning, Rosie. How are you doing this morning?
What are you up to, Linda? Linda. It's alphabet.
Morning, Linda.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Stacy. Good morning. And Pam. And Barbara.
Hi. What you
Shadow.
making, Linda?
I'm making a hat.
Okay.
Very,
Oh,
I just
your
wanted
hand
something simple.
without a needle? Oh, you have a needle and I can't.
Oh no, it's a
Fingering.
wooden cable needle.
Oh, there you are. It's wrapped up really good. That's why I didn't see it.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Needles. I thought you were doing that with your fingers for a second there. So,
Hey, Red
hi,
Road.
Nina.
Oh, that's adorable.
Colors.
Yeah. It's cute. Is a hat has ears?
Does my hat have ears?
Yes.
No. Ponytails.
No ears.
Ponytails.
It's
Yeah.
a Cabbage Patch hat or whatever they want to use it for, doll wig.
going on with you today, Lena?
I was gonna start crocheting on a Mickey Mouse doll. I've got every color for Mickey but the color of the flesh tone. Without all the yarns I got, I ain't got that. I said, well, I'm gonna put that off the side then.
Yeah, he's pretty pale, so
Hi, Jeffrey.
very specific, you know.
Good morning, Jeffrey, my brother. How you doing?
Oh, Jeffrey. Okay, Jeffrey. Have a good day off.
Excuse me, y'all.
Okay. I'm making these with the option for either using as an embellishment or if the person wants me to add a pin to the back.
Is it cute?
And I'll add the pin to it. I can wear it like the brooch or pin it to a hat or both in a jacket or something like that. Some people I've had a long time ago, people order the things like this and use them as their souvenirs at their wedding for the guys, you know, colors. Wow, that was pretty low. Hold on. They used them as boutonnieres at their wedding in their colors for the guys. There we go. That's better. Wow. Yeah, but I'm gonna be either embellishments or if somebody wants to put a pin back on it, I'll put a pin back on it. You can pin them to a hat, you can pin them to a jacket, your blouse, you know.
This is that other hat I was working on with the 2-ply, two strands of 4-ply.
Yeah, they could be used for the hair too, but obviously not if I put a pin back on. You can actually just take those and use like a bobby pin and just go across the leaf part here and use it in the hair too without having to put a hair clip in it.
Sorry.
Thank you, Lena. Jeffrey, that's totally up to you.
Can you hear my washing machine?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Well, I can't. Anybody else? The
Okay.
music in the background kind of takes away a lot of that little background noise we all think people hear.
Okay.
Well, just because people don't comment don't necessarily mean people aren't watching and giving a thumbs up.
That's right.
Not everybody comments on every video they watch. There's
It's
only
hard
so
to
much.
watch those videos. You know, I have a lot of friends on YouTube. It's hard to get them all in the schedule, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's only so many hours in a day.
Yeah. I mean, there's things I'd like to make a short video of and
Hi, Mindy Michelle. Michelle says that sometimes your comments are turned off, so sometimes you're accidentally putting your settings as made for kids and people can't comment. So you
That's
have
right.
to check every video and be sure it's made for adults so people can comment. They're not saying on every video, but they're saying sometimes they can comment and sometimes they're not able to comment. And sometimes if you do more than one video a day, people will only watch one and not watch the others, or they may watch one and like and comment on one, but don't comment on any of the other ones. But they've watched them. What you have to pay attention to, Jeffrey, is not just how many likes or comments you have, but the watch hours. If your watch hours are going up, that means people are watching your video, whether they are commenting or hitting that thumbs up or not. And every time you delete videos, you lose those watch hours.
Oh.
Yeah. And the thumbs, and if there are any thumbs and comments on that video, you lose all that.
All that progress. Okay.
Yeah, that making of short videos. I've wanted to make shorts of different things lately, but I still haven't figured out how to share on that. Everybody says share it out. And I'm like, when you
Okay,
click
do you know how to utilize your community page?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's simple.
That's the problem, probably.
You have a community page?
I know there's one on my YouTube, but I haven't
Okay.
figured
All
it
you
out.
do is click on it. It's real simple.
Okay.
You go to the community tab and you click on it.
Yep.
The first thing you want to do, if it's something you're just putting out that you kind of want to put out there for a day, because there's two options. Or you want to put it out on that community tab permanently. Up in the right-hand corner, you're going to find a little hourglass. Hit the hourglass, and that changes it from 24-hour or whatever it is, one day, or no time. I can't remember the exact wording of the options, but there's only two.
Do you have to have so many SUBs to do that?
You can say the word subs. No, they changed that. So if you go to your YouTube and that used to be you had to have 500.
Oh, okay.
Unless you pay.
And they changed that the last quarter of the year. They started giving everybody who basically had any kind of content at all on their channel a community page.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you have absolutely no content, you may not have gotten a community page, from what I understand.
Oh, okay. Well, I just have one video.
I think that's all it took. So,
okay. Well,
if you can click on community and it comes up for you to be able to type something in there, you got a community page.
All right, I'll check it out, Stacey. Thank you.
And then you post just like you're doing like on Facebook or whatever. So you would type in there, and what you first got to do is go get the link to your video, copy it. You're familiar with that. Then you go in and type your post and then paste your link in there and make sure it's set to permanent for those you want to keep there more than a day. And hit post, and you'll see it come up. And actually, you'll see just like Facebook, a little video will come up. The little thing will come up in the bottom underneath what you wrote.
Okay.
Yeah. It's simple.
I'll check it out.
Once you look at it, you're going to be like, oh, that's it? Yeah.
Okay. So I'm practicing slow stitching. That was one of my
Jeffrey. We'll see you when you're ready to come back, honey.
Have a good day, Jeffrey.
See you later, Jeffrey.
Good luck, Jeffrey.
Yeah, people check. Most of you have a community page. If you have any content at all on your channel, you probably have a community page.
I know,
and you can share other people's, like your friends' stuff.
Yeah.
Like if they have a video or anything on there that you want to share and you want other people to see and go visit for them, you just go copy their link for that video. And you can put it on that community page. And it'll go, and then all of your friends on the people that you're connected to, or connected to you, actually, would see that. They'd get a notification if they have their notifications turned on for it, that you put something on your community page, and then they go look at it.
Okay.
It's all automatic behind the scenes for that part. Have you gotten a notification about different things I've posted on my community page?
I don't know. How would we know that you posted it on your community page?
You would have got a notification.
Okay.
And so
I'll see
sometimes
more.
I'll share out a sale or now you also have to, in your settings, you kind of have to be sure that you're set up to
I
get
know
those.
I got one from Barbara this morning for the Wednesday event. Your Wednesday auction?
Okay, well, that was the regular one. There's a separate option for the community.
Okay.
Yeah, look in your settings somewhere. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's a
Yeah.
separate option to be sure that you're getting the community ones. Now, some things can't get it. Like my phone, I can get it on, but my tablet, I can't. Don't know why.
Yes, I don't know why. Mine does that too.
Okay, I'm trying to find out some information. I don't know if Patty's on here. She might be in school. Els had her heart failed again, and I think they say she's in a coma. I was wondering
Not
if
that I knew of. Last I heard, she was improving. She's stable.
oh good.
She had to go in for surgery. They switched her to a different hospital. So that's the last I heard.
This was put out last night or this morning.
If it was this morning, then that's new news. What I heard was like late yesterday, not deep into the night, but later on.
Yeah. So
I don't think I'm familiar with that person.
Els, she comes in here. ELS, Mickelson, or something like that.
The Netherlands.
Oh, ELS, huh?
Somebody just sent a message that she was in a coma.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, they might have her in the coma for healing purposes too.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. Yeah.
It might be an induced coma. It might not be that she's in a coma and that that she slipped into a coma. I really don't know the details. That's the last I heard.
Oh, they put her in a coma? Yeah, that's what Will said. Huh?
That's what Patty said.
Where's Patty?
That's what I read. What Patty said last night.
Oh, okay, last
I
time.
put her.
Let her heal herself. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, can you make me some more boiling water? Not microwavable water, please.
Oh, Jeffrey, well, I'm sorry to hear that. We're still, he's still, your family is still on the list of people's prayer groups, I'm sure, because, yeah, that was pretty devastating that whole family got the COVID at the same time. It was crazy. Jeffrey, again, you can do what you wish. I'm just advising you that when you delete videos, you lose your watch hours and any likes and any comments that may have been on it.
Yeah.
And you need to ensure that it's set for adults and not for children only.
Another thing, Jeffrey, instead of deleting them, put them on private. That way, if you decide you want to put it back to the public, just go in, edit, and put it back to the public. That way you don't lose anybody or anything.
Oh, that's a great suggestion. Now, I wouldn't have thought of that or even known about that.
You don't lose your views. You don't lose your comments. Nothing like I just found that out 2 days ago. So we all learn from each other. you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stacy, Northern, and Ashley. So many needs prayers, and you know, a lot of people comes on live, and you don't know what they're suffering in their lives. Could be mental, could be physical. You know, it could be grieving,
Yes.
and the best thing is just to pray. Pray for all those who needs prayers.
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Yeah, I find that when I'm really worried about something or someone, praying for them helps to let go of the worry because some things are out of your control.
And
Yep.
sometimes two of us are so connected that someone's about to write an email to somebody, and then your phone rings and it's that person. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
anyhow close to them or not, we need to keep it, you know. Sir? Okay, thank you. Wolf broke part of his lathe yesterday. I've got to try to find a piece to order to fix it so he can do some more carving on the
Uh-oh.
epoxy. So,
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty. How's Els doing, sweetie? And you. People
good
always forget
morning,
sometimes to ask the
Patty.
person who's also. Okay, yes, Jeffrey, you can talk with me later. I'll get a hold of you. I'll reply to you when I'm off the live and stuff. Okay, honey? Wolf said he already found it and ordered it.
Oh, Wolf, you did? Okay, I was going to order that for you today, baby. Well, I'm going to go get y'all my wolf that I had poured up.
Well, don't delete anything on the old channel.
No, don't delete.
Just
Just put
upload
it
the videos to your new channel. I don't understand why you're starting over again, but that's up to you too.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that, Jeffrey. The videos I've watched of yours that you made are really nice.
Yes, they are. I like them.
There's nothing wrong with them.
Mm-hmm.
Got something to show, and we learned a mistake that we did, and I'll show you. This is my wolf. Can you make me bigger, sis?
Yep, I'm getting there. Hold on. Trying to get there. Hold on. Now my thing is. Come on. There I think it should go.
Now this is my one mistake. I didn't wash the stones that I usually put in the epoxy, because when I put them in there, they turn bright. And then we put a piece of wood in it, and the wood, some of the chemicals off the wood made it kind of yellowish coloring. See?
Mm-hmm.
But see, it has the rocks, and then there's a big old wooden stone. And see, what he's going to do is he's going to lathe all this off and make it like a dome. But the wolf is in there. It's howling.
Wow.
But it came out yellow.
That's really cool.
But actually, the yellow kind of
acrylic. It's amazing.
The yellow is like almost the darkened moon. You know.
Yeah, like, the yellow like makes it look like more like a dusk or dawn scene. You know.
Yeah. See, this is the container that I mixed my epoxy in. So it took a whole container, and this is 30 ounces of epoxy. And these stones, this is, let's see, aventurine, white crystal, white marble, citrine, not citrine, carnelian. And then the wood we had glued to the bottom, but he's not doing nothing to the bottom. He's just going to dome the top, or either I said, well, cut it like a diamond, cut it and then polish it, make it look like a diamond shape on top. But that's what I had that idea that night. I was.
Ooh, I like the diamond top, the faceted look.
It would look like a diamond cut, from this edge.
Like the very top flat, and then.
Yeah, flat and then etch. That way he can just cut it off and then sand it. He won't have to use his tool, his lathing tool. But if you look at it from here, because I've had to put in so many layers, looks like it's a wobbly up in the top right here.
Yeah, so
looks like the sky would be wobbly.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Some of these, we got the buffalo, I have a bear, I have an eagle, so I'm gonna make quite a few of these. So but next time I'm gonna make sure I wash all the dust off. We washed most of it off, but it still came there, and I don't want as many rocks, but being a wolf, I wanted it a rock. But there's the wood, and that was the first time we mixed stones and wood together. And this is plastic, a plastic wolf.
Wow,
so,
that's pretty. Very nice.
I think it's beautiful.
Think it came out good. Yeah, I like designing things.
Mm-hmm. Do you sign your pieces then, Barbara?
I've ordered some tags for underneath. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The bigger ones. Yeah. Let me get the other one that Wolf made. Hold on.
Oh, you got another one? Okay.
That's great news, Patty.
I'm having to watch on my phone because I got my laptop screen tipped.
Now, this is one of the first pieces we made. I took the 16-ounce cup. This is the 30 ounce. Took a 16-ounce cup, and I had a lot of micas left from when I was doing the acrylic painting. So I mixed them and poured it. This is what came out. Okay, look how pretty. And then what he did is he just used a flat side, and then he edged this, lathered it, and it's like this, but a little bit smaller. Then what he did is he cut off the top. See, it's like a little trinket box. And then he made the lid. And then I took one of the little soap molds.
Now, when you pour that, do you put another thing inside of it?
No, this is poured solid, like the wolf, and then he would lay the inside and go round and round and round and round. Now, I do have a mold that's a dome
So what do you
shape.
do with all the shavings from that?
He saves them, and then I put them back in another something that I'll be coloring.
Good.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. I was wondering.
Yeah, because this actually, I don't know if I can do this. Show it to you.
Now, I got a question because now my brain just went somewhere. You ready?
Yeah.
The shavings, since they've already been cured, both parts, right? When you utilize them in another project, does it soften them up and reconstitute them into it?
Not completely soft, but enough to where it'll draw in color and stuff like that. Or I can dye it, let it dry, and then put it back in. Because in my cups like this, if I have a little bit left over and I haven't pulled it out and I start mixing up, this gets so hot, it steams. Okay? So it will kind of melt.
Okay, because
and the shavings are so thin. It's thinner than what wood shavings are.
no, I understand that, but what I'm asking too, okay, this is going to sound kind of odd, but you know how you have the using the rocks and stuff in the bottom, the stones and stuff. Would there be a way to pour that? Because that bottom? Other stuff is like browns and whites, like kind of rockish colors. Right. Like to pour it and have it in the bottom, and then add an animal or whatever you're putting in there, and then pour on top of it.
Yeah, you can do that. Just have to make sure that what you would do is you put it in the bottom, pour a little bit of epoxy, stir it up, and let it just kind of fuse together. Let it harden some about
right, just for some, hours. Right.
Yeah, and then you can pour the rest on it.
Because that would be cool too.
Yeah, I've done a few of them like that too.
That also, if you ever did any one of those jars where it's like aqua blues and whites and stuff, like ocean colors.
Oh, this one I've done in ocean colors. He's got 4 or 5 of them out there, but his lathe.
I'm saying like to use the ocean colors and then use a crustacean of some kind or whatever on the top of that.
This is micas, and mica shifts. And like I want to show you. See, sometimes the the lighter micas. Let's see if I can get this over here to where you can see it. Come on, get up over there. Sometimes you can see through it. See, I don't know if I can get it. There you go. So you can see through it. This was the dark. Micas will shift and go downward. Now that we have, this was just tap, 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 tap. And then what happened was now we have the pressure pot, which will bring the micas up with the bubbles. So it shouldn't be as thin. And some people says, hey, pour some clear in there and let more design come out. Don't know.
Yeah, that too. Like, okay, so if you put the chips in the bottom, that was another question I was coming at.
Right.
Okay, you put a bunch of the shavings in the bottom, and you just put clear on top. Will just the sheer heat, will it just draw upward the colors?
If you dye them.
Don't mix the heck, like you already mix it and you just pour it in there.
Okay, here's this on the lathe. Rick is going back and forth. All the shavings will come off white. No matter if it's brown, yellow, green, blue, whatever, it's all white. You have to re-dye it.
Even if it's a colored item? But it has dyes in it.
It's just a little thin thing. It's almost like it's really thinner than sawdust.
No, I understand about the thinness, but it does have, if it's not a clear epoxy, it will have dyes in it, even if it's thin.
Go and watch Nick Zametti. Every time he does, everything's white. Everything's white. And that's what I couldn't understand because he does all this colored stuff and everything's white. And he's the one that said, well, let's see what happens if we reuse this big old thing he had of shavings. And he used it and he dyed each part. You could tell they were kind of melting because of the alcohol in the alcohol ink.
Yeah.
But when he put it in the thing after it was dry and it's dyed, he's in there. But when he used the wood lathe on it, it came out white again. Don't know why.
Okay.
Now, Wolf, when he does the wood pieces back and forth, I'd like him to do some more because we did a big oval one in a smart water bottle. It became beveled on the end. So I just turned it over. And what I did is I dyed the red, blue, green wood shavings. And I let them dry, put them in there. And I just kind of mix the clear in it. And you can see it's all different colors in there.
Okay, so yeah, so if you mix, okay, instead of putting it in and mixing it with the shavings, if you put the shavings in the bottom, mix the stuff, pour it on top.
Still be white.
Will the no clear, and you have the dyed shavings of the wood is what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Will it just literally look like it's the colors? Will it draw up the color? Like
it doesn't draw the color up if it's wood shavings. If you dye the wood shavings and you let it dry for about 2 days, then you put your wood shavings in there, you pour your epoxy, it's going to kind of separate it and let it float. So you'll have all kinds.
So it'll be layers like this.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just being nosy.
No, that's fine. I wish I could find which auction I had sold that light in. It was a tall one and it was beveled on the top and he had made a base on it. See, he makes the bases and then we paint them and we put the little light in them. See? And that would actually sit on here if it wasn't a solid bottom. Like the green one and the pink one we have. Where'd I put them? Now this is the dome I have. Okay? This is the dome mold, and there's a piece that inserts in it. Okay.
Sorry, I got so lost into this, I lost it. Forgot about the chat for a minute.
And I'm running on high. I have a headache that I'm trying to fight.
Morning, Karen.
Oh my gosh, Rosie. That's hilarious. She just says, you know you're tired when you think you're petting your dog, but it's just sweat. Wow.
Rosie, blast. Hey, Karen Auntie, how you doing? Like on this one, I've learned in the clear acrylics I can order from Amazon.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying. Hold on. I'm still reading, honey. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can remove a video from? Okay, I'm not 100% understanding the question, Jeffrey. You mean like if you put a video on your community tab, can you remove it? I'm sure there's a delete option from the one that's just on the community tab if you go to the community tab. Yeah, but Wolf, that's exactly what I'm saying. Would it if would it draw up any of the colors and be like kind of light? I mean, it would be light. So it's kind of like this hazy mix of color is what I'm talking about.
That's what I was thinking. But I don't know anything about it. But
Now the wood shaving holds their colors. The shavings of the epoxy won't. Okay, like on these, I've learned that, okay, we have epoxy. It's like $127 or $132 plus shipping for 2 gallons. So I've learned that when I'm making my domes, and this has a smaller dome that fits in it for when you're pouring it, takes very little, and it has an empty space in here. But we like making these domes. Oh, wait a minute, I need to take this real quick.
Okay, now I understand what your question is, Jeffrey. They shared your video because they liked it, and that's so other people can go see it too. It's just like when you share me or share somebody else's auction or whatever on your community page. You can't delete it off their page. I don't think you have any control over that. They would have to. So that's not a bad thing if you want more people to come see it, or the fact that they liked it and shared it, that's a good thing. Because that's going to get more eyes on your videos. More subscribers, more watch hours, etc. So it's not a bad thing.
Okay, sis, I'm back. If you pull me up big so Wolf can show you what, when he lays,
Yeah.
like.
Okay, hold on.
See, these are the shavings. This is how they come off. They're
Paper thin.
Yeah, I
thin.
understand. But is there any coloration in them at all?
They're extremely thin. So I don't know if you could dye those or not. If they would take the dye.
cool.
I tried. It wouldn't take the dye.
Okay.
I had to
So-
dye the epoxy to make it look.
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
I mean, not that I don't see any coloration.
Well, what if you use
There may be a slight tint to them, but it's so thin.
okay, so it maintains a little bit of the color, a tiny bit.
No, it's all white, pure white. And it's thinner than tissue paper.
No, I understand the thinness. All right.
Tissue paper. Wow. That's pretty thin.
Well, that's because his blade is pretty darn sharp.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Karen, thank you.
And he has
I'm
it
making
set to
a hat.
that thin.
Wait a minute, y'all. I lost voice. I don't know why that happened. Okay. Did I miss anything? Yeah, that paper, that shaving is paper thin, thinner than actually toilet paper. But on these, instead of putting that insert for the dome, I buy the acrylic pieces, and I can make acrylic and chop it up, but it's cheaper like this. The epoxy is more expensive. So that's why the dome comes out looking like this, and there's no glitter in it. That's just the inside epoxy acrylic pieces in there making it look like that. And then when you put it on the light, it's beautiful.
Okay, now you got me with another question. So
I like it.
if I use a colored acrylic, well, I won't say acrylic, plastic bead, because acrylic's hardened. plastic is not. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So if you use a colored plastic bead, let's say you put
Give me that piece over here.
whatever, lack of better, whatever, red beads in the bottom of a thing, and you pour that hot epoxy on it,
Oh,
will it dissolve?
No,
uh,
no.
once
The only time
Hmm.
I've found, see, I'll mix up epoxy. Give me the crab on the other side.
once it's cured,
Once it goes to curing, see, epoxy starts off cold and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And as it gets hotter, it heats up.
Right.
It
So it
smokes.
won't melt plastic.
No, that's what the wolf is plastic. The only thing I found out that it melts is cellophane, wax paper, things like that.
Oh, see, I can sit here all day and go back and forth with you. You know this. So you have those like cellophanes you use in gift wrap in different color cellophanes.
Now those will work if you use them as a back. Okay, I take the holographic paper, it's sheer, and I cut them in strips, and then I cut them in little squares. I'll mix it in my epoxy, and I pour it in the thing, and it'll actually glow. The holographic. That paper has a special coating on it. It will not
Okay, but
melt.
I'm just talking about color at the moment.
Yeah, if you have fall paper, you can stick it in there because I've done it and I've wrapped it this way and that way. And
And I'm not talking foil. I'm talking
wait a minute,
like the plastic, like
Wednesday.
you would use for baskets or something. Like you would put a basket in, and
Yeah, it'll stay right there.
it won't melt that.
No,
Wow.
Hmm. Honey, you
I have
can't be
another
on this.
appointment that was
Stop. You're
missing.
gonna block people.
Okay, this. Whoa. Yeah,
Excuse me.
I know.
Catastrophe. Hold
2
on.
o'clock Wednesday, Rick. Okay, sis, this is a plastic. This is a butterfly. Okay, I pour in acrylic, and then I kind of let it start to get sticky and whatever. Then I'll take anything I put in acrylic. I have to put it upside down, unless I'm pouring from the bottom to the top like the wolf. I can stick this in there, and then you can see it from both sides. And this is a real thin plastic, and it's not going to melt it.
Hmm.
I have a question.
Okay.
So, can you
Even taking
use
yarn.
anything to make color besides clear? I was just wondering.
Glitter. Look here.
Oh,
This is
glitter?
called a thin. It's really thin, and one side's a little bit thicker, but if you took the edge off, you can cut this in any design you want if you have a little scroll saw or whatever. And each one would be different, and you can make your necklaces and stuff out of it. Then
Oh, okay, I see.
you have alcohol ink. Now, I make some of my alcohol ink. I take a little bit of boiling water and I put clothes dye in it. Stir it up to make sure everything's dissolved. Then I add alcohol in it. I can mix colors I want, but you can buy the alcohol ink. You can buy micas, and that was that brown box. Um, that's what that was made of. There's what's called chameleon. Okay, chameleon flakes, chameleon whatever. This is the glitz glitter now. See how I had a little bit of purple left in the bottom, and the wing came out with a little bit of purple. This is called Glitz. It's transparent, just about. And see, it has a glitzy color to it.
Okay.
Then they have chameleon powders that will actually, you've seen the items that once they're poured, it looks like you hold it this way, it's green, then purple or blue, or whatever. That goes on the mold. Then you pour your epoxy in it. And then there's the highlight glitter. Here we go. And this is highlight glitter. It's clear. And then when the glitter goes in it, this was the green. So it made it a bluish green. And then the glitter, stays there. The paint comes off the glitter to make it look like that. There's so many things you can use. You can use paint, but only barely dipping it in paint, like the tip end of a pencil to color it. Because if you make too much paint, then it heightens the advancing of the heating and drying of the epoxy, and it'll make it look like foam. That you would stick in an artificial flower. And that was a big boo-boo I made one time. I put too much. It went up through the thing, and then it turned up and went like this. Somebody said, well, that would be pretty for an art. Why don't you, carve into it and stuff? I said, that thing's horrible. I don't think I'm going to do that. It was dark black, and it came out great. Color shifting, you can't control it in epoxy. I have white glitter.
Okay, I have one of your pieces, one of the hearts here that you sent me. Let me show you something.
Yes. I wanted to see that up close.
Oh, those are glass pieces I dyed and put in there.
Okay, so what is in here?
Glass mirror, broken glass mirror that I dyed with red. And see how
that's pretty.
Pot is a little pinkish? That's because some of the dye came off.
So Barbara made those hearts?
So this is metal.
That is glass.
Wow.
Glass mirrors. Yeah.
And you dyed the mirror. So you put the dye on the mirrors.
And stirred them up and let them dry. Yeah, in the sun. Once they were dry, I dropped it in there.
Then you put it in the mold, and then you poured in the epoxy, and you let it do what it was going to do.
A little bit of epoxy, so the top would not cut. Then I dropped the glass in it, and then I poured.
And then you poured more on top of it.
Right.
This is cool.
That bevel is really the top, and the back.
Wow.
That is the back of it. Now you can do that with decals. You can do that with holographic paper. You can do it with. I noticed with this is what I was talking there. It pulled the dye off of it and kind of made it free float. Right. We have no control over that.
No, but this is kind of what I'm trying to get at. When it comes to doing like if you did this in blues, it would be like a water.
Yeah, it would be a watercolor. I've
or
done
blue
it
greens or whatever.
Purple, pink, green, red, and white. Because I put white mirrors in there, and now when you use the white mirrors, if you don't dye them, the mirrors will stay shiny silver, but it won't take any of the silver off. Anytime you dye something, then the epoxy will pull it off. Yep.
I noticed that the silver is silver. And it didn't do a darn thing to it.
Now, on the ones you were making with the necklaces, the muted colors, those are micas. If you look at the front, it looks like one color, and you turn it over, you can tell where the micas have pulled away and either gone outward or inward. And we have no control over that. Sometimes they'll make a heart shape on the back. Sometimes they won't.
Okay, like this is glitter.
That's chameleon powder. It's
like it's powdered. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty too.
There you go. That is mica, and that's called marbled mica. See how it pulled around the center? You can almost
Now
see
the
another.
mic is just an ultra fine powder.
It's a powder. Yeah, it's a mica powder. I
I'm
use
just
it in
trying to
my.
comprehend everything. So that's
Okay, it's
mica.
soap. Yeah, it's soap.
This is, what do you
Chameleon
call this? Chameleon.
chameleon powder, and it's like a glitter.
I'm going to the post office.
So it's more like a very fine glitter. This is a very fine powder.
Right.
This is glass. Okay, hold on.
The blue one you had is glitter glitter.
Okay, like
Okay, that
You got-
is called Aurora powder. See how it's purple and then
so
blue?
this is like another mica, just a different style.
a different style. Yeah.
Okay.
It took me years to learn this. y'all.
And this is the powder as well.
No, no. That is pure alcohol ink.
Oh,
Really? Because it kind of has the same look as the powder.
It does, but that's pure alcohol ink that I made from clothes dye.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Hold on.
And
Okay.
I think with the yellow, what
I
I
wanna
did
get
is
this
I put a
right.
drop of white in it that
This is
made
the
it
powder
solid.
again.
Yeah, that's the copper.
The mica.
It's called twin colors. If you look, it looks like there's a little bit purple in it. Look by your index finger. If you move
Yeah,
it
this
around,
little bit in here.
right, and see how it draws. It'll either draw away from the center or to the center. And really,
Mhm.
if you turn it back over, sis, turn it back. All those colors you see is actually in that powder.
Right.
And I've never been able to get it on the top, which is the front.
Like
See, that's
to look
not-
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's settling
Get
up
rid of
how it
that.
settles and dries and whatever. Because the center is deeper, so it pulls here and then it
Right.
draws out.
Right. And sometimes, like,
Well, if you don't do this kind of shape and you do more of a literal,
it
you know,
still
without
does-
it being curved,
Yeah. If it was flat, it would probably pull.
you would be able to get flat like this, right? Because you would just,
I was hoping, but no. Whatever hits your mold first, that's where it stays. Okay. Let me show
no,
you
but this is what I'm saying. Like you have your, hold on. Okay, like you have your literal teardrop or your square, your smaller shapes that are like literally, here it is, this is the shape, it's
That's it. Yeah.
square. Right?
Whatever drops on the
Right, if
mold
you drop
first is
toward this
it.
end first, one side will still look like this,
Yeah.
but the other side
Yeah, if I use mica on those, but
would
those
look
are
like
just
that.
yeah,
It would have where you first drop,
right.
boom,
It
here,
would.
let's say, and then it would spread out from there.
Well, also too, it depends on the size. Let me go get something to show you. Oh, I lost a stitch. Wait, let me get this. I'll go show you one of the one or two of the coasters. That's when I learned they were shifting. I'll be right back. Let me go to the
So
other
those
one.
heart necklaces you've been making, Stacy, are Barb made those hearts, huh? Barbara made those
Yeah,
hearts.
these came from Barbara. They were, some of them are a little off drilled or whatever. Found some that were pretty close to center, so, or perfectly centered, and she just threw them in. So I was using the better hold ones for that.
Sure.
And I've been thinking about getting my Dremel and maybe making, like, this is a little off to one side. I was already thinking to come back in and maybe attempt to do another hole and then make like a a U kind of
Uh-huh.
in there
That'd be cute.
to put the thing through, so it would recenter it again in a sense.
Oh.
Hey, Karen. If you were in earlier, I'm sorry I missed you. Yeah, so I was thinking I've never done that before, so that was something I was going to attempt on another date. I wouldn't be doing that live because I have to do it outside, and I don't want to have to do that whole try to set that all up.
Yeah,
But because she sent me so many different variations, you know, in a sense of things, because she sent me all these cards of what they look like. Now I'm really like, ooh,
interesting to know what they're made of.
Well, the different looks. I mean, it's pretty cool.
You bet.
Okay, I'm going to show y'all some of my worst mistakes when I started.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Make it big so I can see and we can see.
Okay. These are mica powders. Okay. Very, very fine. You'll never be able to get them out of, once you use the bottom of it, you can't get it out. Can't even wash them out. They stain everything. Now on
Okay, now I got a silly question because I'm already going to interrupt you.
Okay.
The plastic that they're in, will not melt?
Not fully. I tried that.
So I got a question.
It starts wibbling and wobbling because of the heat.
I got a question. So let's say you had a flat mold. If you cut it to fit that, like if you put a tiny layer of the epoxy and then cut that plastic out, exposing that dye, lay that on top of it, and then pour the epoxy on top of it, what would happen?
No. What you would do is that heart, I would pour clear on it, let it get sticky. Then I cut that and put the mica sheet on top of it. And the mica would just be on the back of it, and it kind of glisten show through it.
So it'd be more clear toward the front, and it would seep in just part of the way through the back. Okay. So you can utilize it.
Yeah, I can, and I do, but I haven't used all my micas. Okay. This one I really wanted to do. She asked silver and aqua and purple and all that. So I poured a ring of silver, then I poured the purple, then the aqua, and then I took and looped it all the way around like you would do a flower petal. This is what it came out in front. It didn't do, it shifted. Okay. Now, this is the back. The glitter pulled upward. And this not very thick. There's nothing.
Show the back again?
This is the back. The silver pulled. When I looped it like this and this and this and this with all three colors in it, the silver pulled upward. This is the back.
Right.
That almost looks like the United States in a way.
That looks neat, though.
It does.
It looks like a galaxy.
I wouldn't know it's a mistake.
I would not know either.
That looks like it's like the Milky Way galaxy or something.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be loops of silver through the purple and aqua. So we don't know what's going to happen because look, I mixed the purple and the green together.
Okay, here we go. Remember we were talking the other day about artists will look at their stuff and think nobody would want that. Nobody think that's pretty. It looks whatever.
Now,
that's pretty.
It is.
That is pretty.
I got 4 of them. Anybody wants them? I'll ship them to you. I'm gonna.
I will adopt those because I will do. I don't care if you want whatever. I'll adopt them because I'll figure out because they are pretty.
I want to break it up and I want to put it in one
Or
of the
sell
domes
them,
with all
or
the
do
colors
whatever. Bring
showing.
them tomorrow.
Hey, look,
I'm
okay,
dead serious.
I
Because
mixed
if you put
toothpaste.
those and you got a little, like a little plate stand or something
That's
like
it.
that,
These are toasters.
those
These
are
are
beautiful.
coasters. I like them.
It looks like a galaxy,
Yeah.
you know. Now I put gold and green glitter,
I mean, Wednesday, I mean.
yeah, and then I mixed light purple with dark purple, medium purple, and dark purple. This is the front. This is the look at the silver and all that, and the greens and the gold. You can see them. This is all glitter with clear.
Pretty.
And look what happened to the purple and the. That's 3 shades of purple. There's the darker
That's
purple.
pretty.
This is light. And that what happened to purple. This is how I poured it. The purple went.
Oh my gosh.
See,
It's pretty.
it
It's
is.
pretty. There's nothing wrong with
I'm trying to
those.
sell this for 2 years and I can't sell them. I sell
Well,
them $10 plus shipping. You know, I mean, they're a little
Yeah.
heavy. Now, test them with micas. When I got this new pack of micas in a year ago, I was making
Okay.
obelisk.
Seriously, people, don't fib and don't say it because you want to think you make you feel good. Would any of you purchase those 2 things she just showed from her?
absolutely, yes.
Yes.
And I've tried over and over for 2 years to sell them, and nobody wanted them. Now
You got
I
the wrong
poured 2
audience.
purples that looks like the pyramid, the thing. Now this is micas. Now this we had gotten our pressure pot, and everything you pour it with the point on the bottom. See, it had 7 colors in it. Look how it came out. It shows where there was a bubble, and this is where I poured it at. And see, look at the top how it came out.
Ooh.
You never know how it's going to come out. It looks like somebody took some
Oh.
spoons with paint in it and just hit it.
And nobody
And
wants
there's
that?
the bottom. There's the bottom. You never know what you're going to get. So I told Wolf, how about cutting these, slicing them? We'll go ahead and polish them up. We'll drill holes and somebody can make necklaces out of them. Or, you know, look how pretty. That looks like a galaxy on the bottom. But on the top, see the different colors?
You
colors mixed
seen
up.
me backstage?
Look at this.
In a minute.
Weird. I got about 3 of these. And like I said, this can be shaved, you know, cut with a saw, polished up, and with a hole drilled, and you'd have the galaxy. Now, once you get a little bit into it, you know, don't show. I'll be right back.
Oh, pretty.
So much involved with that type of art. Wow.
Yeah, and the stuff's not cheap either. It's very expensive.
No, it's
Yes.
not. I'm
Even in
sure.
good times, it's very expensive.
The process of learning it is, I don't think I'd ever tackle that art myself because there's so much involved.
Well, there's the different levels.
Yeah.
You know, there are simpler methods, smaller molds, doing.
Right now, I'm sticking to my slow stitching.
I mean,
Ooh,
too.
Jeffrey, yeah, that's going to be a good one. Yeah, I'll wait until he posts the one with the seagulls tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
I get previews.
Oh, you're spoiled.
I love wildlife and just being outside and the, you know, nature.
The beach is my favorite, but it's too far away to go every
Yeah.
day. But I would.
What state are you in, Linda? I forget.
North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. Remember how I told you colors will pull with mica? An example. And also, it looks pitted, but it's not. It's
Hey,
a
John.
smooth.
Hi,
Ooh.
John.
And look at the other side. It's a clock.
It looks like an agate.
Sort
Yeah,
of.
it does. I was just thinking that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all be careful. Whoever's buying agates, sliced agates, they're mixing epoxy.
Wait a minute.
That's pretty.
That's carved on it. So if you put a light behind that,
It
put
would
the
probably
flat side
shine
forward and put the light
through.
behind
What
it.
happened is I poured the green, then I poured the black glitter, then I poured the green again, and that's why it drew in the back. But that's, you can actually put a hole right here.
Oh, it's a
and put
clock
in
face.
it.
Hold on a minute. I just realized that.
Me too, Shadowrunner. That's the best part.
Now, this one's going to blow your mind.
It's
Okay,
mirroring it on here. That's why it took me a moment to realize that was a
Yeah.
clock.
now
That's
this
cool.
is, wait, I got to see the color. This yellow light, I told Wolf, buy me another bulb. Okay, this is supposed to be a blue with an orchid color, a purplish color, with purple mirror in it that I dyed. Okay. Okay, that's the front. And it's purple, like the Lagrange purple, I'm telling you. You know, it shows pink, but it's purple.
Okay, and that has the mirror pieces.
That's the mirrors. But I put the mirrors last. This is what color it was supposed to be. And the mirrors fell to the bottom. They were too heavy.
Yeah, but
Oh, there's nothing wrong
Listen,
with that.
Robert, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I
This
don't
is
see
supposed to be
anything wrong.
down, so you can actually change them. And what I like to do is I file the
But that's
edges.
precisely the point. You can change them. So if you want this look, you have it. And if you want the other look, you have it.
Right.
It's awesome.
Now, this kind of bubbled a little bit. I tried glitter with mica. This is what I was looking for, and it came out just right. Look at that, how pretty. It looks like, you know, a pattern of the moon or something like that, if I would use more white in it. But look how the back came out. And there was no green in it.
Is that cold to the touch like a stone is, or is it no?
It's cold to the touch, but your hand will heat it up. If you hold
Oh,
a
I
stone
see.
long enough, it'll heat
What's
it up.
wrong with that? Barbara.
There's no green in it, sis. Look
So
at the
what?
green that came out. Don't know where the green came from. Unless the
Who
gold.
cares?
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, that's nice, Shadowrunner.
Oh my gosh, honey. I can't believe you're thinking this is not good.
Well, I've gotten other people's opinions too. Okay.
You got the wrong people's opinion.
That's right.
This one was blue glitter with green glitter, and I made that flower design. It pulled inward, and this is the bottom. This
Ooh.
is the top, I mean. But wait. Look how I made it in the back.
Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And see my edges where I've sanded?
Oh my
I go
god.
through and polish that. I got so many of these. It's just unreal. Now, remember I told you about the first crystal I showed you? This one was copper with champagne and white. And
Hello, Cassandra.
put it in the pressure pot.
Yes, Jeffrey, I saw you mentioned that earlier. And I
it
told
came
you we'll
out.
be praying for
Yeah.
your family and he.
This is
Yes.
what the pressure pot made it look like.
I don't see where you see something's wrong with that.
I don't, but other people do, and I can't sell
Because
them.
there's no offense. Let me not say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of these like this, and until we can like slice it on the bottom.
Me and you
come
gotta
on up.
talk.
Huh?
Me and you gotta talk.
Rick can slice it and slice
No,
3 or
never
4.
mind slicing it. Me and you gotta talk. I'm gonna try to hook you up someplace where you can sell these things.
Now this one came out rough. I think it's the bad epoxy we got. This is a crystal top, which is beautiful.
Hi, Cassandra. Hi, Sue.
Now see all
Hi,
this?
Sue.
Hi, Sue. You see how rough it is? Now Wolf can take it out there and he can sand it and polish it down. It's really rough. We haven't done anything with it. But that's another one where, see, the mica stayed
We're
heavy
gonna talk.
and then was pulled. Okay.
I'm gonna hook you up with somebody who's gonna have an audience that will eat these up.
Well, I've heard that before too.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Well, this one needs
serious.
to be bad. I don't know why it bubbled like that. That's the beautiful one. I could have sold it 2 or 3 times.
We didn't put it in the first bucket.
Yeah, I did. Look,
Yeah,
look
we're
where
gonna talk.
look where
Sorry.
it's creeped upward.
We did not put that in first.
I'll be right back.
He would not have bubbled like that if we put it in first.
Okay, make him all again. Give you a little break.
Oh, it's hot today. So that's what I've been doing. Huh?
I might have to do a little backroom session with you and this person so they can tell you
Okay.
instead of just me and these ladies here, because the guy is a gemstone person.
Yeah.
He does the shows and all kinds of things like that too. So
See, I can make agates. Make it look like a sliced agate. I have the big one I sold. I have a 2x4 oblong one. I've got all the healing crystals on it, but I need my table cleared so I can finish it and put more glue and epoxy and everything. I sold the last one. Can you imagine this with a hole
I'm
in
gonna
it?
drop that guy an email and we'll
Drill a hole in it and then add your crystals to it and then add crystals around it. What kind of a agate slice that would look like? Like I said, I've got a few of these and just
Yeah, we just haven't found the right.
we haven't found the right channel and outlet yet. Now they do sell on Robbie's. I'm not making no money on it. I donated, so.
I'm gonna make you some money on that stuff. I will help you do that.
Yeah.
Oh heck no. There's
This
no
is my
reason why
favorite. Yeah. Now see
you're
that
not
room
selling
has
those
to
pieces.
stay
Or
between-
at least half of those pieces
Yeah.
should be gone.
It's between 65 and 75 degrees in there constantly, winter or summer. If it goes up too high, I got to put the AC on because we don't want the epoxy that's in there in the jugs to go bad. Now, the money that people donated, like Els and Wendy and Shadow, I bought epoxy and all that, and I've made dragon skulls and all kinds of stuff to send to Robbie. That has been used. Now it's back to my money again, so if I can sell some of this, I can buy more epoxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've seen my little crosses I make out the epoxy and the little flowers. Where were they at now? And I have butterflies. I have the soldier. I have all the little dragons, and I have
all that stuff, the dragons and all that stuff. This place too.
Yep.
Yep. So whatever you got, you can
Have you ever?
put up here. And
Yeah,
whatever you got laying around, I'm not even talking about making anything special. I'm talking about all the stuff you thought you can't sell somewhere.
yeah. See what happened? I started doing this through when COVID hit. Probably a week before COVID, and I was just messing around with it. I even have the plaque that says family, and I made a plaque with "Get Swamped," and I had the alligator and stuff on it. I sent it to Robbie. I made one shark
Excuse me.
people. I have all the letters I can pour up in different colors, small and large letters and numbers to put on plaques, door plaques, whatever. But
See, even Jeffrey thinks they're beautiful.
thank you, Jeffrey. I wish my right eye was doing better so I could see. I even have the things where I can make my own little rhinestones, but that's a lot of little bitty dots. It's a lot of equipment used too when you make these, because you use eyedroppers or little syringes and all that. And once it's used, you can't reuse it. And people doesn't understand that. Thank you.
Really? So it's a one-shot mold?
No. When you use like the wolf mold, it's plastic. I can get 2 or 3 pourings out of it. Okay, because it easily slides off or
Deteriorates because of the heat that's
Right.
involved. I get that.
Same thing with the heart molds. I had to buy 2 more heart molds to finish doing the hearts and stuff because they're starting to stick and deteriorate. But they say put a little bit of alcohol in it and hurry up and pour it. So like the skull molds, my 4 skull molds are just about had it.
Is Shadowrunner still in here?
Shadowrunner, you still in here, sis? Thought she was going to say something about. Don't show her that. Show her that.
She's right up there. Happy birthday to me.
Shadow, is it your birthday today?
I'll be right back, folks.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Sandra.
What are you making, Linda? I missed it in the chat earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm making a hat, just a simple beanie hat.
Oh, okay. I like the
Yeah.
colors.
That's why I did it. I wanted some color.
Are the blue and aquas?
Yes, it's I forget what kind. It's purple, aqua, 2 different kinds, and blue.
Okay.
Here's the.
Happy birthday, Shadowrunner, sis. Yep, we all
All right, I
beat up.
did. Gotta do this real quick. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shadow. Happy birthday to you.
to
Now I'm off.
you. What you doing working on, Pam?
Well, I wanted to try new things, so this last weekend I
Can
think
you
I started on
mash
Friday
it up for me?
slow stitching, and
Oh,
for my fabric journal, and so I started out learning a couple different stitches and without the hoop.
I like doing it without the
that's
hoop. The little
pretty.
bit I have done.
I've never done this type of work before, like with embroidery floss or whatnot. But yeah, so I had this thread I pulled out of another kit. It wasn't, quote, 6-strand. This I'm saving for my fabric journal.
That's pretty.
Yeah, and so then yesterday, after I got some embroidery thread, I did this piece. I learned the lazy daisy, the chain stitch, and the satin stitch is on the bottom there. So this will be put on something else, that I have in my journal. And so
That's pretty.
then I got thinking, it's kind of clumsy working without a hoop, on a small piece of fabric like that to learn the stitches.
Yes.
I have all sorts of these small kits.
Oh, the bicycle.
Yeah. And so that's what I decided to pull this out this morning and try with a hoop. And it definitely is easier to hold the tension on the fabric, but
yes,
that's what I'm doing, learning.
Pam, I used to stitch a lot like that.
Yeah.
But I started ordering just the hoops, and that's what we make our dream catchers on.
Oh, okay.
And then
yes.
Where'd Stacey Mae go?
Karen, I just make the hats. I don't sell them.
I got a surprise for Stacey Mae when she comes back. Now, I don't have the tray mold anymore, but because it got in the heat and it was too close to the heater this past winter, and it just tore apart. I'd have to order me another one.
It's nice to try new things, it's
Yeah, I believe that too. It's something you can't explain really. It's a crafter's mind. And
well, I used to work full time for so many years, and when you're in retirement mode, you want to learn some different things like this. And
yes, you're right, Karen. Yes, can. Pam said if you put the hoop on the other way, it's easier to finish off the back side. Pam, I didn't know if you seen her comment.
If you put it on the other way?
Yes.
The front is the back and the back is the front, is what she's saying. If you put your pattern inside the hoop. Not on top.
Don't I have it inside the hoop?
No. You would have where you're stitching at goes inside. And the back is on the outside. I've done that before.
Thank you, Karen. So are you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it both ways, whatever's comfortable.
Yeah.
or works for you.
I found out my thread. I'm so loose with my thread, it don't get around the screw part on the top.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's aggravating.
yeah, all these things to learn. I went in Walmart yesterday to get the DMC floss, and I haven't been in Walmart for a long time because I drive up and get my order all the time, and I order online and pick it up at the store through the drive-through. But I couldn't believe how big their craft department is. It's crazy.
It has grown.
Wow.
Yeah, and I finished this hat I was working on last week.
I love it.
It's really thick. I'm keeping this one for myself. I have made these before for my Etsy shop. This takes 2 strands of 4-ply, and anyhow, it's a little more time consuming than some of my other patterns, but it's really nice and thick, and I think I'll wear it out in the boat when we fish.
You need a pom-pom on the top, though, Pam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the beanie look.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen those when they pull them down. There's 2 holes in it that covers the eyes. When they pull the bottom down, there's 2 holes that they've stitched around to cover their eyes, to keep the wind out of their eyes and some of their face.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is going to be
seen that, Karen.
Karen, you can order it off of Amazon, Auntie. Your broom stitch for the broomstick blade. Now, my aunt taught me with a dowel rod, the size I wanted the broom stitch, and then just we'd wrap it, and then we just crochet with a regular needle. Well, if you want to get this for me, thank you. I've had enough of that.
That would be cool, I think. Ashley, yes, that's right.
I found that out until one day I was looking for something. They didn't have it. I went, what? So I emailed them, and within a week it was up on the thing so I could order it.
Yeah, I order from Amazon all the time. Because we have Amazon Prime. Like, I'm sure a lot of people have Amazon Prime. You have free shipping.
How do you like that? I've not done that.
I like it. A few years back, we don't have cable or anything for watching TV anymore. We got rid of it years ago. I only have it for my internet. And so I stream a lot, and Amazon's got a lot of movies available, regular shows, and so it pays for itself, just even if you watch a couple movies a month.
Okay.
It pays for itself, and then the shipping is free on everything you order. That's Amazon Prime,
All right.
And
that's how we do.
Yeah, there's free returns on certain, most items, but you have to look at that before you purchase. But
yes.
Yeah, so we get the yearly subscription, and it's certainly paid off. We had it before COVID hit, but
We've had it for years. And we like it. We bought, now we on, what is that, Voodoo? Voodoo, and you can go in and you can, if you're a member, there's free movies. If you're not a member, you don't get free movies, but you can get them at like $1.99 or rent them for this and that. We had bought a lot of them. We must have about 40 or 50 movies from there. But yet we have over 300, almost 400 DVDs also. And that's what we watch. Now, I stream a lot. You put free movies on YouTube. They came up with a lot of movies that I didn't have.
Sure.
And I watch on that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a YouTube junkie.
I know, let's say 10 years ago when my grandkids were small, I used to go over to their house and watch them while their parents worked. And this was before we could really even afford those types of things. I used to stop at the local library and get videos or DVDs, and rent them, for free through the library. And yeah, there were several years there when we were really struggling. And
but when you got three,
okay, go ahead, Pam.
No, the library is a good source.
Oh yeah,
until a hurricane blows down and all the books and everything are no good.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah. That might be.
That's what happened with Books A Millions here too. They lost billions of books. So,
yeah.
Stacey Mae, I got a surprise for you. I want to show you something. Look up my Crystal City.
I've never seen a hairpan pin lace maker, Karen. I can't say it either.
I have some
Wow.
hairpin lace makers.
Yes, you have to show. That's pretty, Barbara.
Now, I'm not finished. I haven't put the last deal on it, but I want to show y'all. This is actually a tray. Look at the marbleization in there. Not often I can get that. And that's the micas. And then I made a stone and I put different things in it. And I got to put the red glitter on it to make it all this color. But that's a crystal stone. And these things are sharp. I have to but they go together. I sold one like that, and then I made two more and didn't sell them. So I put it off the side. I said, I'm not going to waste my epoxy until I can sell them. Then I'll finish it up.
We're gonna talk, Barbara.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
In a good way, I bet.
In a good way.
Okay. And I like to work with anything with my hands or try to create something new that somebody else has not made or something like that, and just keep going. I decided the only problem with pouring epoxy, if you have an item like, say, a cat, and you put that imprint in and make a mold, You pour it in clear or black, then you have to take out, then you have to hand paint it. Then you have to seal it. You know, we cannot pour. I shake too much. I cannot pour from one color to another, to another, to another. So that's why my turtles are all green or blue. Some has asked them to be purple. You know, I just can't go in there. I have to external paint them. I'm just tired. You know, I just can't. I shake too much. I can't do that no more.
Oops.
Just like I'm shaking now, but I can at least control that needle a little bit with my whole hand. Show that I am crocheting.
Okay.
And you know, a lot of people says, "Oh, that's beautiful, but it's red." I don't make many things in red. But this lady wanted this, and she wanted the crystals and the red glitter. She put her deposit down. I said, okay, I'll order the epoxy. The first crystal I poured, she wrote back and said, I don't want it, just keep my deposit. I went, what? And I had all these in the mold poured already. So I said, let's see what I can do with that. Now, like the big crystal ball, I've made them in white, not white, but clear. And they put them on the lights that changes colors, and they change all kinds of colors. Yeah, Shadowrunner, I know you can't stand red. You know, red is not my favorite color either. I'll work with it when somebody wants it, but give me blues and aquas, gold, silver, pink, any other color but red or black. I don't know why. What, pizza for tonight? Because I don't know what time you'll be back with. Elton is having a surgical procedure, and Rick's got to drive him because they won't let him. It's at 1 o'clock, so I'm watching for that. Huh? Yeah.
Yes, Stacey, that's what I was thinking.
Well, what's nice about this is if somebody wants it and I finish it off, I'll first put the red around the bottom with the glitter. Then when it gets sticky, I'm going to stick my multicolored lights around it, or the white lights. Then pour a little bit, a drop here, there, and yonder of clear epoxy. to hold the light on it. And talk about pretty when it's lit up. Okay, I'll be right back. Well, you know what? I got a little. That hurts. There'd be ball left. No, why? Where you come running from, girl? Oh, God.
Oh, bird just hit the patio door. I can hear it.
I don't know, Stacy. My favorite color is black.
Yes, mine too. Black and aqua. This the light like aqua.
I like purple.
That's my least favorite.
Purple?
But yes. Doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just my least.
What color is your least? Linda, what color was the least favorite?
Oh, purple?
I think it's because so many things nowadays are inundated with purple.
I think that's what it is.
Could be.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to take a few minutes off to eat.
Okay.
Righty.
Enjoy, Barbara. So I found out last week that I need a knee replacement on both of my knees. Anybody want to do it for me?
No.
It would be a hard no. Sorry.
It'd be the left one
They're going to do
first.
one at a time, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but I'm not scheduling it anytime soon. There's some other issues I have to get resolved before I plunge into that surgery. I'm having a lot of pain in my thighs, when I walk, in my upper legs. And I'm trying to distinguish it. It started this summer, and I'm trying to distinguish it if it's my fibromyalgia or something else. But yeah, anyhow.
Okay.
Not looking forward to
And
doing
the upper legs.
Yeah, my muscles in my upper legs. Just terrible. You know how you strain your muscles? But it's like that all the time when I walk. Yeah. I don't know.
Have you had a low back MRI or anything recently?
I had a device put in my SI joint last year. Not to get in detail, but anyhow,
well, maybe it's developing.
the knee doctor said to get that checked out and go from there.
Well, yeah, because what might be happening is that my
I have a call into the doctor's office for it, the specialist who put it in, and it's my legs are cramping up real bad, and anyhow, yeah, sucks getting old.
patients were helping. I was getting actually calf cramps. I mean, in the middle of the night, like wake up screaming. They were so cramped.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried a couple of different medications and it didn't do anything for them. And I'm actually on a low dose of medication for Parkinson's, even though I don't have Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the only thing that subsided those cramps.
Wow.
I have restless leg syndrome, and they tried a variety of those types of medications on me. But you get relief from that, huh?
Yeah. It was, and it's an older medication.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my body, my body must be in line with my soul in the sense of age. Because the older medications work better on me than newfangled medications.
Yeah. I know they tried a lot of the gabapentin type of medications on me in the past.
I'm on all that.
I can't tolerate those, but I know a lot of people that try those and it works for them. But
I'm on all that, and it's still not 100%. So as new things arise, different types of things arise, it's basically back to the drawing board, and I have to make my primary do a little research.
Yeah.
Because they can't just give me the latest ABC medication.
Right.
Because it's not going to work. It's just like right now, I think I'm probably going to have to wind up being on insulin. Because I think part of what happened to my gut is I had gotten ill with a different problem with my gut. I kept missing an appointment with my endocrinologist, which also handles my diabetes.
Okay.
So I ran out of the medication.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't taking the diabetic medication for about 3 months. Wow. And I finally went back and saw him a couple weeks ago, and we started up again, lower doses, of course, cutting the pills and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was 3 days into me doing that is when I had my stomach problems.
Oh, wow.
So I got to talk with them, and I have a feeling that that's not going to be an option for me.
Yeah.
And it may be what's been causing this one particular stomach problem with myself this whole time, on and off.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been,
Yeah, so I may have to go on actual injectable insulin, even though I'm not type 1.
You're type 2?
Mm-hmm.
That's what my husband is. He just got diagnosed this last year here.
And for most people, it's very controllable. They've been having a hard time controlling my diabetes.
Yeah.
Don't matter what I eat or not eat, drink or not drink, cut out of my diet or don't. It don't matter how hard I try or not. My numbers they can't get it. They get it close, but they don't get it to where they want it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I will have a feeling some people are just meant to be a little bit elevated. I don't know. I swear. But, they have their guidelines of numbers that they want you to be in.
Uh-huh.
So I've not been there. As I said, I get close, but I never 100% get there. Haven't for years. But they kept adding different meds. So, yeah, I have a feeling that's where it's going, because that's what they said the next step would be if I had to. They still continue to get my numbers down. So, and my numbers aren't that crazy bad. That's the thing. It's just, I don't know.
I had a relative tell me that test they do, I forget what the name of the test is, but it looks at your sugar levels for the last 3 months or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
I mean, because I've been on some of the blandest, horrible diets, and it still didn't bring the number down. So it's like at the point where I'm like, maybe I'm just meant to be at this level. I mean, not every human being's exactly the same. Fit into a cookie jar,
Right.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yeah, so I'll have to have a little sit down with them again about maybe I have to do the really I don't want to, but maybe I'll have to do the injectable insulin. Okay, but here's the thing. When I wasn't on my medication, my numbers did not go crazy, outlandish crazy as they thought they would. They went up, but they didn't go absolutely insane like they thought they would.
Oh. Yeah, my husband takes that metformin.
What is that for?
Diabetes, metformin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I have a cousin who's deceased now, but she was type 1 diabetic.
Uh-huh.
And it's always hard to explain this part. Her mother was my father's sister, her father was my mother's brother. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So, direct family link there to the two lines.
Yeah.
And she was the only one I've ever heard of in the family that had type 1 diabetes.
Mm.
It was the strangest thing. Because, it's like, and I have plenty of cousins and none of them have type 1. She was the only cousin that had it. And she used to, she was, I grew up with her. I love her. Still love her. But she would, her way of getting attention was putting herself in a diabetic coma.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, she'd go out and buy the case of chocolate bars and eat the case of chocolate bars. Things like that. Yeah, it was.
You can lose your sight over that too, can't you? Or no?
She had a lot of different issues. She didn't 100% go blind. She didn't 100% lose any part of her body, but she had issues
Oh, I see.
with her extremities, fingers, toes, and
Okay, everybody, I just found out something everybody needs to know. Okay, I'm on StreamYard. I turned off my camera. I turned off my mic. Just went in to check something. It doesn't turn it off on YouTube. So y'all gonna see me eat my lunch. Now, why is that? You turn off your mic and your camera is not supposed to be showing anything. But on YouTube,
I don't see you on YouTube.
Well, my camera was off and I got up out of my chair on YouTube and it's still there. I don't know.
I have your avatar. Let's see. I have you crocheting. And then
it went off. Now it's gone off. Okay, it must be about 5 minutes delay on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a delay.
Oh.
But no, it was off.
Okay, yeah, I knew here it was. What I was going to say about metformin. I was on metformin since 1998, something like that. 2013, the stomach doctor took me off of it for about 2 to 3 weeks. Then I had to start insulin. That metformin was keeping my sugar level fine. And then I had to
I've
start
heard
insulin.
that before too.
Interesting.
About that it does the opposite for some people.
Yeah, that's the thing with the side effects of certain medications. Well, all of them have side effects. It's
She's fluffy.
Sis, what you gonna do with all the little crochet flowers and leaves?
These things that I'm making, I'm gonna offer them up as embellishments, or I can put the pin back on them.
Well, I've got to change colors on my Afghan. Find little bitty strings here, there, and yonder. I don't know if the main string is breaking or what. but they're all over the place. Well, some of this yarn was so old, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's the pink. Pinky pink. It was this color. Well, we just got a call from my ex-husband. His surgery's been rescheduled.
Oh, nice of them to tell you.
Yeah, an hour before. Yeah. Like, well, oh, and I know I'm not sitting on it this time. Here it is. Yeah, looking for my hook yesterday all that time, and I was sitting on it.
Okay, hold on. One of my good friends from high school past found out her mom and dad were first cousins. They had a big family and lost quite a few of them to health reasons. One in a wreck. Well, yeah, first cousins. That can sometimes happen with family secrets from way back that get forgotten because they weren't told.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In smaller, more rural areas where the pool of people is smaller to choose from as mates. So, yeah, I can see that happening.
You like the Cajuns?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, they don't want to talk about, you know, somebody doing something to somebody they shouldn't have done and produced a child, and you know, lots of things were kept very, very secretive back in the day.
Yep.
And things like that occurred a lot in general. Because you didn't know that was your relative.
Well, that's like with adopted people. You don't ever know, you know, who's your family or not at times. Not their fault.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that on.
Well, that's why they did the blood tests. I don't know if that's still required or not, but for a number of years there, they required you to have a blood test done before you got married.
In '74, we had to.
Yeah, I got married in 80 or 81. And we had to take one.
Oh yeah, we did too. I was thinking I hadn't heard of that before, but yes, we did too.
Let me make her big so she can show.
Yeah.
Pam, you want to see what you're stitching on?
Oh, okay. It's I don't know if the light is too bright there. It's
a bicycle.
Yeah. It's this kit. It's a beginner's
learn to ride a bike. It's always
learn to embroidery. It's a pretty simple type of thing. Just with 2 stitches. This is the paper off of it. 2 basic stitches, the satin stitch and the back stitch. This is a nice beginner type of thing.
That's cute.
That is cute. I like it.
I've had several of these kits on my Etsy site for a while and had some that I didn't even list. And I'm like, when I started to decide to do this slow stitch, I'm like, well, hey, I already got this. Let's try it.
That's a good idea. And are you gonna utilize this in your book?
I'm not sure yet what I'll do with this one in particular, but the other ones I definitely will be. last winter I bought a lot of crafting type things from another reseller, and with plans to resell them, but which I did some of them. But anyhow, I got digging in it this weekend, and I'm like, I have a lot of stuff for this scrapbooking journaling I'm going to do. I'm not, I don't need to buy the supplies. Already have a lot of it.
Right.
That's the thing about when you check into what you need for something. When we couldn't really go to thrift stores and stuff, I bought a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that might not be required anymore. I think that maybe because the secrets aren't kept like they used to be kept. They may ask you to do that if you know that you are an adopted person, maybe. Still, you know what I mean?
I know a couple of years ago, my son and his wife gave us a DNA kit, 23 and me or whatever it's called. And
yeah.
my son said, well, it's up to you whether you do it or not, And I said, well, I don't have any secrets to hide that I, know of. And, but anyhow, I guess those tests can.
So you took it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my husband and I both did. So. And my son did it too. And my son says, who is this da-da-da person? And I said, well, that's my cousin's son, And so that's why it's in the bloodline, it's rather interesting. But the other person has to be on there, They have had the other person that has to have had the test in order to connect.
Well, I did genealogy since 76, and about 79, maybe, about 79. That's when we had to draw our own charts and write everything out. They didn't have all the printed stuff. And I was working on mine, and my ex-husband said, why don't you do some of mine? So I said, okay. So I did some of his, and I went back to France with it. When I was doing mine on my mom's side, all of a sudden, bleep. I said, wait a minute, I've seen that name El Wall before. I said, Derwin, wait a minute. This is Eugenie Derwin. I went, wait a minute. So I went back to see if it was the same Derwin line. I couldn't match it up, but when I started doing the Derwin line all the way back, it was the same person from France. So I came forward with it, and that's when I found out that Eugenie was Elwa's sister. But we were like fourth cousins. My husband, he got so mad, he took all the paper I had done for all those years, burned them all. He says, you're not a Derwin. I said, well, my direct line ancestor is one, So I had to research all that all over again.
Yeah, I did Ancestry. I've been doing it for years. I've worked on it. I've helped other people. find parents or find out who their parents were.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even with, there was one person that contacted me on behalf of his wife because she was, not that she was afraid to find out or anything, but she didn't feel comfortable approaching somebody, so he contacted me. And he said, listen, we're doing this and you are a match to us, and not me, but it was my other half because I did my other half's DNA as well. He was a match to us, to her, and we can't figure out, because her mother says her father was supposed to be so and so. Mother is still alive, and she was swearing on a stack of Bibles her father was so and so. Well, I did a bunch of research on who was where, when, how, why, whatever. I figured out which of my other half's relatives was her father, because it came down to two brothers, and then one brother was not physically in the area when she should have been conceived at the time. He was elsewhere, far, far away. So it left the one brother. So I said, according to what I'm looking at, it should be this person. And they went to the mother and they said, listen, we figured it out. Me and this lady who's helping us figured out it's got to be blank blank. Her mother, bold face, looked at her and went, nope, never heard of the person. DNA don't lie.
Yeah.
Nope.
So a lot of times what happens in these situations when you do DNA, situations, rape, incest, or, very nasty, bad situations occur. And some people literally will block things out of their mind. Even if it was consensual, one-time event, that in certain eras, it's like, it's so embarrassing that she let herself get taken, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was so much shame behind it.
That they would literally block it from their brain. They will they truly don't. That's not true. That's 100% belief in their brain.
Yeah.
But yep. So because I narrowed that down, she found a descendant of one of his children, or one of his children. Yeah, one of his other children from his wife, and took the actual shorter DNA test that you can get in like drugstores and stuff like that. It doesn't go back in time. It's more for see if you're within, I can't remember, it's like a couple of generations or whatever, to figure out who you are to each other. And they were half siblings. So, yeah, I picked the right one. And I did this 4 times. I tracked down another person I knew. I tracked down who the father could possibly be. He was born in Germany, but lives here since she was 6 years old and was adopted. Her biological mother was still there, but she was adopted by her dad. And I figured out through DNA the family line, and then I had to figure out, of course, this family had, I think, 4 or 5 brothers.
Any of it's mine?
So I had to track each one down and where they were when. and only one served in the military at the time, and only one was over in Germany. So had to be him. So he's deceased.
Wow.
I did some more research and I found two sons.
Oh,
And one of them did the DNA test with this lady, the smaller, more direct DNA test. And yep, half siblings.
wow.
Yeah, I did it 4 times. It's interesting. One person, the person was deceased. We could not see that they had any other children or siblings that I could find without physically going back to their, because Ancestry doesn't have every single record there is on the face of the earth. So sometimes you have to go back to the local area and do physical research in the physical location to sort things out. So since I didn't have the ability to do that, I couldn't do much further than narrow it down to figure out who that person's father was. And the other one was, they were somehow related to me. They didn't know exactly how. It was very distant. So I figured out how they were related to me, and in doing that, I found, and they were adopted, and through that, I found out who the father was. So, yeah. It's interesting.
Sometimes we never know. When I did genealogy, I found out that my adopted dad, my adopted mother, and my natural mother all had they were sisters. Their grandmothers were sisters. Our great-grandmothers were sisters. That's why the family was always together, and I always knew everything, of some of what was going on with the family. I got a box in. Phew, they used enough tape. And bags. And more tape. Now this is happening. It's from Thule's. I'm sure it's my crystals. Like trying to get into Fort Knox. Trying. But hey, some more bags I can stuff another turtle in.
Yep.
That's 1, 2. Should have 4. Nope, one may not be. Okay. I don't know. So we need a
Boy, that hat is moving right along, Linda.
Yes, I was wanting to finish one today. I do like
Oh,
making
this
hats.
is my angel stand. Oh, I thought it was more. I could have done that myself for cheaper than that. Than lacquer spray. This is my little angel that holds the crystal. That came in. I thought it was going to be like a marble or something, but not just a little ceramic piece. Okay. A little disappointed in that. That's okay. Yep. Well, shoots. Oh yeah, that was two. Oh, look how pretty. Look at there.
Yeah.
Now this is ice cold. Ice.
I'm muting for lunch.
Oh, that's another one. Two of the same. I didn't buy two of the same. But she sent accidentally sent me. There's the amethyst.
Yeah.
And it is ice cold. That's not what I want it for.
Oh, yes,
That lapradite is beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that blue shine in it. Now, get it off my finger. It talked to me. You must like me. Okay, I'm going to solve this really quick.
So I think I've found another craft that I like to do. Kind of like this. It's relaxing.
Well,
That's good.
have to put this on a bigger hanger. No, it's big enough. There's my moonstone that I got in. Mucalite, whatever. It's epoxy mixed with glass. It's not a real stone. It feels like one though. Okay, how about one of the spears, babe? Boy, this is ice cold. One of the spears, let me see which one you want to put in here. That amethyst is big, but this... I love that. One has a little bit more gold in it than the other one. Okay. Now let me get back to my crocheting. Oop, had it right the first time.
Looks like one of these two.
Let me see. This one has that big chip in it. I need to put a little bit of epoxy in it so it don't deteriorate.
Hide that chip.
Huh?
You can hide that chip.
Yeah. That's the fluoronite, and it's too big for the thing.
Well, that was going to be too big too.
Yeah.
And that's definitely gonna be too big.
Yep. Definitely too big.
We got some others in there.
Oh, those are heavy.
Well, coffee, yeah, that's important.
Wow.
How about that orange one we have? Okay.
What's my opinion on 23andMe? I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a long time.
Coffee, yes. Coffee's good.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, I don't quite know what you're talking about.
23andMe is that DNA test that I took
Oh,
that my
okay.
son gave
Now
us.
that's the one I thought about it. Yep. That's the one.
He gave it to us several years ago for a gift, and I haven't looked at it recently, to be honest with you.
This is made of glass.
Oh. And that was smaller than that one there.
Yeah. So it'd be this one. And that's what I like right there. See. Okay, put it with our stuff.
That's that one that I've won.
Yeah, and I got one coming in too, but we don't know when it's going to be coming in. We told him we were trying to get back to Florida. He said he'd wait for us to pick it up. But it may be another 2 months. Shoots, what's wrong with that thread? There we go. Yeah, I was watching Parental Court, Fraternity Court, whatever it was. And there was a lady on there and she was pregnant. And the guy she was pregnant for, they wanted to get married. And he introduced her to the mother or something like that. And found out the mother said, "Oh, no, you can't marry her." Well, why not? You just can't. And he kept pressuring it and pressuring it. So she introduced him to her father, and the father said, "You can't marry him." She said, "Why?" That's my son from a previous marriage. What? Here she is pregnant. So they went to family court, and the DNA showed that the mother had been sleeping around, but the DNA showed that they were not siblings. So they ran to each other in each other's arms in the courthouse, and they got married right there in the courthouse. They didn't want to wait. Now that's a happy ending. Can you imagine how many finds out that they are brother and sisters like that?
Yeah.
They say you have an internal love for your family members, especially siblings or mother and fathers. And a lot of times that's what happens, and it's like, oh my God, what's going to happen, Like me being adopted, I mean, I could have went to Rain and went to the show or something, and my brother, a year and a half older than me, my half brother, we could have met and fell in love, you know, and then find out he was my half brother. That would be devastating to me. You know, now third or fourth cousins is not too bad, but you know, I think everybody should have a DNA test and find out who's who in their family. Especially if you're adopted or if your dad's been remarried or something like that. Um, Before they had the fingerprints and footprints, of babies in the hospital and stuff when they were born, a lot of babies got mixed up and then later on found out, their mom and dad's wasn't their mom and dad. But twins, sometimes if the parents couldn't take care of them, gave them to family or whatever, and then they've met up and they've fallen in love and stuff, and then find out they're brother and sister. Oh, well, my time's up. I need to change and do something else. I'm going to try to take me a soak in the whirlpool tub if I can get my big butt out of it and wash my hair and stuff. So I'm going to say bye to y'all. I'll let y'all take control of the channel until Stacey Mae comes back. Blessings and love to everybody.
Yeah. Have a good rest of the day.
Yeah, I have a busy day. I'm getting ready for our auction for Wednesday.
Okay.
We'll see you then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I guess we lost Barbara.
Yeah, she
had to take care of something.
Yeah, she said she was going to be getting ready for Wednesday's auction. And
okay. Yeah, folks, don't forget. Gotta subscribe to Barbara. We have collaboration on Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern. Yes, I will be on here before that.
Okay. Are you getting ready for the auction too, Stacey?
I'm already ready.
All right.
Well, because I was going to be doing a different one Friday when I went into the ER, so I had our things are already set up and
Oh.
set aside and stuff. So I actually got that one, and I'm waiting for a time slot for Countess April for Wednesday night.
Okay.
And that's going to be an hour-long slot instead of a half hour. Waiting to hear back. Well, hello, whoever else is hanging out in the room. If you haven't said hello yet, please say hello and let me know who's chilling. Mm-hmm. So nice. Y'all don't know Johnny, Cajun Roots reseller. Come on by. It's a perfect night to come get to know folks. We just hang out and play bingo. Later, the room opens up at 4:30. If you've not played before, you just come in. You got to fill out the form that's going to be pinned to the top of the chat, and then you type in your
5 numbers.
thank you 5 numbers, and into the chat, and they register them down, and you play, and it's free to play. And he's got all kinds of interesting prizes that are donated to him to give away, as well as moon pies.
Oh.
all different flavors. Yep. And it's just a fun time. No selling involved, no nothing. It's just a place to come hang out and just have a little fun.
Yeah, I carry my phone around with me even if I'm making supper or whatnot, and it's fun to have time out like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I watched. I was, hanging out, and it looked like it was fun. I mean, I
It is
enjoyed it.
fun. Even if you don't play and you just come in and chitty chat in the chat.
Yes.
I know the first week I played, I was a little bit confused, but once they told me to pick the 5 numbers, and then once you get your 5 numbers, that's bingo. It's not the traditional bingo where you follow the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Once you get your numbers, you type bingo in the chat. Capital letters if you want to put emojis or whatever to make it stand out, so they make sure that they know that you can make sure that they know you got the bingo, and you win. It's as simple as that. It's really simple. It's fun. If you go, and he does it every week, and if you go back and you keep the same numbers every week, they keep the numbers for you. So if you go back the next week, you just come in and say the same. You don't have to give the numbers again unless you want to change something.
Okay.
And then the show actually starts approximately 5 o'clock, the live portion.
I think I'm going to go. I got a few things I need to do outside.
Okay.
I didn't know it was going to get this warm today. Huh?
1 o'clock already here. Wow, time flies.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's so much fun. Thank you, Stacey. It is fun in here.
Oh,
Yeah, you have a good rest of the day.
You too. Both of you in the chat also. Thank you for having me, and love you all. Thank you so much.
Love you too,
Stacey.
sweetie.
Yeah, I didn't realize what time it was. I suppose I should go have lunch. Let the fur babies out.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm usually signing off about now, but since I got on late, I'm going to stick around a little bit longer.
Sure. I can watch on the big screen while I eat my lunch.
Mm-hmm. At least finish up the flower I'm doing here. Do the back and make that. That's might be when I call it.
Okay, everybody in the chat, have a great rest of your day. See you later in bingo, Stacey.
Yep, you got it, Pam. And then there was just me. Yes, Johnny is extremely helpful and knowledgeable. And if he doesn't know something, he'll do the research on it and look it up. He has a lot of videos that help people who want to do different things on here. And he also talks about Amazon. All kinds of things. People in the chat are also very helpful and knowledgeable about, different subjects for, reselling or retail arbitrage. And if you don't know what that is, it's when you buy new product and resell it. By actually going to a retail store, purchasing your stock. Hi, I bring it. Welcome in. I know I've seen you around. I know your name. I'm going to make you blue so you can connect with other people easier. In my place, I like to get to know people. If you would like, you can provide me with your first name. And just I like to get to know people, not just their channels. Basically, I'm in here either myself or with some of my friends up here. And anybody who wants to join me up here, even if you've never done a live before. If you're doing anything, crafting, paperwork, packing, shipping, sorting, cleaning out your craft room, organizing, whatever you're doing, cooking a meal, you're more than welcome to come on up here and hang out in the live. My rules are fairly simple. I don't care about your problems with somebody else or somebody else's channel. Please don't discuss those matters in here. Kelly. So this is basically a safe place for people to come and congregate and hang out and talk about life and art and craft and whatever you want to discuss, all kinds of subjects come up in here. And I usually have some tunes playing in the background. Come in, say hi. You can just hang out, have me playing in the background if you want. listening to the conversation. And, do your thing. Oh, yeah, no, not in here. And welcome in, Kelly. I am on daily. I'm usually on 10 a.m. Eastern, barring any unforeseen circumstances or doctor's appointment or something like that. But I'm usually on every day. Yeah, I figured I'm going to be doing this anyway. Might as well do it live and hang out with some folks. Why not? Oh, Linda. Well, sometimes I use StreamYard, but mostly I use Restream, so it's going to be a little bit different than StreamYard, but it's the same principle. Yeah, Kelly, and I encourage anybody to come up here that wants to, in the sense of whatever you're doing. Still trying to get my scrapper friend to come up here and do just a small breakdown on something small and kind of neat to have. I'm trying to get a couple more scrapbookers up here, or junk journalists. I'm an eclectic creator. I will do, have done, or will try just about anything. The only thing I just have not been able to conquer in my life is knitting. Okay, Linda. You know, I even have resellers that have come up here, done their paperwork, you know, billing, shipping, sorting, whatever they need to do for their sales and stuff like that. And, you know, so it's not just the crafting channel. Wow, that's awesome, Karen. StreamYard is similar, but with the free versions, you know, Restream, you get more stuff to play with if you're into the backgrounds and borders and all this stuff. And you're not limited on your time. That's why when I found this through somebody else who suggested it, it was awesome that why I became started coming on every day, because I wasn't limited. For what I do, you know, I don't have to have a lot of fancy features or anything like that. So it's, you know, plus I can still have a bunch of people up here, more than you can with the free StreamYard, you know, things like that. So I found it to be awesome. Now, this is typically the view you get are my hands and what I'm creating, because to me that's the most important thing. So if you ever come up here and you're not comfortable showing face, that's fine, because I don't require it. Just when you first come in the back room, I just require that you show your face so I know it's a human being and what you're working on. So I know it's basically legitimate before I put you up live. I do not drop my link in the chat. You would have to email me. Oops, and I don't have my email going across the screen today. Forgot about that. Oh well. Email me. I usually have my email going across the screen here. I was running a little behind this morning, so I guess I forgot to click the button. So, and then I would email the link and you would come in that way. Because I don't like bad surprises. Yeah, I'm not an editor either. But I like live. I did mention I'm usually on 10 a.m. Eastern time. Right? Yeah, I think so. And I go for as long as I'm physically able, or unless I've got an appointment or something I have to go to, then yeah. But I'm typically on till about 2 p.m. On later today because I was running late. Yeah, I usually sign off about 2 because most of the time that's when a lot of the auctions start, and a lot of people like to go to the auctions. Now, I did mention earlier up in here that today The room opens up at 4:30. The live starts about 5. Is Cajun Roots Reseller LLC. Cajun with a K. Bingo today. Great place just to come and hang out and get to know some folks from all different backgrounds and have some fun. That's where I'll be later. I try not to miss it. You can win all kinds of neat little prizes or moon pies. And it's free and it's pleasant. Okay. That's the end result on that one. And again, these are for if you do scrapbooks or junk journals and stuff, you can use them as embellishments, or I can put back on them, and you can wear them as a pin. You can pin them to a hat, pin them to a scarf, pin them to just about anything, and dress something up. Well, I kind of been working on that for the whole time I've been on. I take my time. You caught me, I had just another round or so to do on the flower, and then make the little circle in the back, and then attach everything. That's when you came in. I had already had most of it done. You can use them for anything, really. I mean, you can even, take a regular bobby pin, put it up in the hair, and put a bobby pin across here. Put the strands in there, and then pin it in your hair if you wanted to. You can use it for a lot of things. If you have a little gift you're giving to somebody, you can do that. You can put a little magnet on the back of this and use them on you as a magnet. Very versatile. I'm a fast crocheter anyway, so yeah. I don't do tutorials because I don't edit and I can't slow down. So it's hard for me to sit there and do a tutorial. I thought about it in the past, but I'm just not one of those people who are conducive to doing that. But I do all kinds of things. I crochet, I do make jewelry, I do mixed media art. We'll be attempting a junk journal paper and a junk journal cloth. Those are my goals this year. But I use a lot of recycled, upcycled items, vintage threads or yarns that were stored correctly and are in really good condition. Jewelry, beads, just about anything really that I can make into something. I also try different projects, like I do diamond art on here, and I just tried this etching thing the other day, and I have like 5 more of those. Turns out not to be my favorite thing, because when I look at it, I want like 10 of each one, because there's so many options you can do. Having only one picture to scratch off of and only come up with one option is kind of limiting to me. My brain wants to do more. So, but awesome craft to maybe do with your preteen, young teen, or if you're the type of person who doesn't have a lot of time to craft and just wants to get their creative on a little bit. It's a good project. So yeah, I try different things, and like I do magnets. Like this is utilizing old buttons and beads and fabric, and I use jewelry. I use all that kind of stuff. And I do some miniature crochet. Things like that. Yeah, I like working tiny for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Emailed me. You did? Oh, there it is. Of course. Well, Karen, I'm going to be signing off for the day today. I'd love for you to come on up if you're in tomorrow. Just pop an email to me. And yeah, I'd love to see it. Yeah, I'm sure everybody else would too who hasn't gone to your channel because, not everybody has time to go visit everybody's channels and stuff. So even if I had gone and seen their stuff, I still want you to come up because I'd like other people who may not have had that opportunity to see it. Give them inspiration and ideas for something they may have laying around the house. Awesome. Please come back, hang out. It's a good time. We do sometimes get onto serious subjects, but it's all in support of one another. But it's a human channel. Okay, I want to thank everyone who came in. I want to thank everyone who hung out. I want to thank those who will watch this in the future. I want to thank those who came up on panel with me today. Please go like, comment, subscribe. Come see us over at Cajun Roots Reseller LLC for bingo this afternoon if you're available. And yeah, most importantly, folks, please enjoy the rest of your day.